such a wonderful event and such a wonderful space to engage in the discussion of this kind of work, to celebrate people who truly are working on behalf of others for justice. This is awesome, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. It's so difficult to put into words the grandeur and the awesomeness, just made that word up, of the person that I'm going to introduce. I'm not going to do it justice. If you know him at all, you know that I'm not going to do it justice. But whether it's a rally or a march, a hearing or a protest, there's bound to be some gray in the room. And not just any kind of gray, and not the DC gray that you may have in mind, but a different kind of gray, a tall, powerful voice of justice gray. Truth, light in the darkness kind of gray, on the crown of the head that belongs to my pastor, Reverend Graylan Scott Hagler. From paid sick days to the Patient Protection Act and minimum wage, from Ban the Box and the Large Retailer Accountability Act to freeing the Cuban Five to changing the name of the Redskins, Reverend Hagler has been at the forefront of it all. I came to his church in DC by accident, but I remain at the church on purpose. I remain there because I see in his ministry, I see in his life's work, I see a radical who is on fire for justice and for truth and for dignity for all people, regardless of their race, regardless of how much money they make, regardless of what quad in DC they live in. Reverend Hagler is a man who truly lives out his faith, both in the pulpit and on the streets. That is something to be celebrated, and that is something that is rare. So please, 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 please join me in welcoming Reverend Graylan Scott Hagler to receive this award.
After all. I'm truly blessed and thankful to receive this award. I thank DC Jobs for Justice. I thank the Metropolitan Labor Council and Josh Williams for all the work that he continually does. I thank all of the workers that we continue to work with and stand side by side with. I want to just really recognize there are a number of members from Plymouth Congregational United Church of Christ here. Why don't you just stand for a second so that everybody can see who you are. You know, it's clear to me that our fight just has to continue. It has to continue. We wish that it would be easier. We wish that somehow the elected leaders would listen to reason and to what justice is about. But the fact is we got to fight to open up ears and to open up hearts to understand that people deserve fairness, justice, rightness, a serious salary to be able to remain in this city. We have to fight to make that happen. And God bless us, we're able and willing to fight until justice is won. Until justice is won. I got to make a confession to you. I woke up on April the 2nd after the primary in this town and realized that people did not go to the polls, Lucy, not because they were apathetic, because they did not seem reflected in anyone that was running themselves and their aspirations. Folks were talking about how many cranes are in the air on any given day, and people were saying, but I didn't get a job out of it. I'm not able to pay rent out of it. I'm not to raise my family out of it. So people were disgusted by what they saw going on. And so I decided that it was necessary to jump into the city council race in order to lift up the issues that we're concerned about as brothers and sisters, to talk about raising the minimum wage, to deal with affordable housing, every day until justice is won, until, as Amos says, it rolls down like water and flows like a mighty stream. God bless you.